If your Shopify store takes more than 3 seconds to load, you're losing money every single day. Studies show that every extra seconds of load time can drop your conversion by up to 20%. That means the slowest part of your site could be quietly draining thousands in potential sales every single month. And here's the part that most store owners don't realize. Speed isn't just a nice to have. It directly impacts your revenue, your ad performance, your SEO ranking, and the trust your customers have with your brand. In this video, I'm going to give you the step-by-step of a Shopify speed optimization checklist for 2025. So your store loads lightning fast on any device, with any connection, and turn more clicks into customer. Speed is one of the most overlooked parts of conversion rate optimization. You can have the best product, an amazing ads, and the beautiful design. But if your store is slow, people won't stick around to see any of it. And here's the kicker. Most Shopify store owners only test their site speed on their own high-speed Wi-Fi and a modern laptop. That's not the reality for your customer. A big chunk of your traffic is on an older iPhone, a budget Android, and slower mobile data connection. Some are still using the 4Gs or even 3G. So you can't control their device or their internet speed, but you can control how your store loads for them. When you optimize correctly, your site will still feel fast, even on a weaker connection. Let's break down exactly how to do it. The step 1 is to remove the app that bloat your site. Every app you install adds more weight to your store, more script, more file, more server requests. And even if your app is small, if you stack 10 or 20 of them, it adds up quickly. Here's the rule. If an app isn't actively helping you make sales or improve the customer experience, then it's a liability. Delete it. And check your theme files, especially theme.liquid for leftover code from uninstalled app. Many apps don't remove their code automatically, which means you could have unused script slowing down your site for months even without realizing it. Removing this junk is one of the fastest way to see an immediate improvement in load speed. Step 2, clean up the whole code and trackings. While you're inside your theme file, hunt for anything that is not needed anymore. Whole tracking pixel from the past ad campaign, the script from tools or service you no longer use, unused custom fonts, reference to product or page that have been deleted, these kinds of things. Every one of these things add milliseconds to your load time, and they all add up. The leaner your code, the faster your site. Step 3, optimize your image and video. This is one of the biggest culprits I see when I audit Shopify store. High resolution image straight from the DSLR might look great, but they can be massive in file size. So here's what we do. We compress those JPEGs to under 1 megabyte. Most can be 200 or 500 kilobytes without visible quality loss. Use PNG only if you need transparency. You should avoid GIF for animation and use compressed MP4 instead. You should also lazy load the images below the fold, so they only load when they are needed, when people scroll and see them on the screen. And for that, you can use free tools like TinyPNG or compressed JPEG that can reduce the file size by 50 to 70% instantly. And if you're using a video banner or product video, compress them and set them to load efficiently. You don't want a video slowing down your first page render. Step 4, tweak your fonts. Custom fonts look professional, but they also delay the time it takes for text to appear on the screen. In your CSS, add a font display swap. This tells the browsers to load a default system font instantly and switch to your custom font when it's ready for your visitors to see it. This is so they are not staring at a blank space where text should be. And make sure there's a fallback font that is similar in sizing to avoid the layout shift when it swaps. Step 5 is to use defer and async for non-essential script. Your store is most likely running dozens of scripts in the background from Shopify. This is from your apps, from your plugins, and so on. Not all of them load the right way. Defer script that can wait until the main content is loaded before they are run. They will run after the page is ready. Async script that can load in parallel without blocking the page. A good example of this is a review widget script that doesn't need to be loaded before your product image. The key here is to prioritize the content that actually sells the product. Step 6 is to lazy load your apps and widget. Some apps don't need to load at all until the users interact with your site. Think of it, the chat widget, the pop-up, or any secondary review carousels. By loading these after the main page is visible, either on scroll or after a short delay, your site feels much faster and you keep your customer engaged from the very start. Step 7, Test on mobile, not just on desktop. Here's where most people go wrong. They only check their site on their own laptop. But remember, the majority of e-commerce traffic now comes from mobile. You can use tools like Google PageSpeed Insight or GTmetrix to test your store on a simulated mobile network. You'll often find your mobile load speed is much lower than desktop, and that's where these optimizations really pay off. So there you have it. Here's your Shopify speed optimization checklist for 2025. 1. Remove unused apps and leftover code. 2. Clear out whole tracking pixels and script. 3. Compress and lazy load images where possible. 4. Optimize your font and font display with a swap. 5. Defer and async non-essential script. 6. Lazy load the apps and widgets when needed. 7. Test and optimize for mobile connections. When you implement these steps, you'll see your bounce rate drop, your ad performance improve, and your customers stay on the site longer, all without spending another cent on traffic. If you want me to personally audit your Shopify store speed and show you exactly what's slowing you down, book a free CRO strategy call using the link below. Let's make your store as fast as possible and as profitable as possible.